Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Mad Max, playing here on the PC. I feel like as of episode 3 we got a bunch of those odd little technical issues cleaned up. Pretty overall happy with the way that episode 3 looked. No weird frame rate spikes. I actually forgot about it as we were playing. It was only afterwards.
We have all the makings, all the pieces. We stand ready to finish the Jack now. The final touch we can and must lay at Gutgash's stronghold.
Drive to Gutgash's stronghold. Alright, so we'll probably do that next, but what's this, what's this up here? Do I need to talk to, hold on, before I walk up and talk to him. Jindosh? Jeet! That's what it was. Oh.
We know how to
start
cook
mission.
that powder, but we don't have the makings. We got coal, but sulfur? You gotta recon a source for that. And then, something that we can't mine. Salty peat. Gotta farm that. Grows in pissing on corpses. You gotta find sulfur and peat.
No. I bring you the prisoner, you get me ammo. That's the deal.
Take these! It's all I got. You need more, you get me more sulfur and peat.
I was gonna say, is Salty Pete saltpeter? Jeet needs more saltpeter and sulfur to expand his gunpowder operations and start trading with Gutgash. But I thought Gutgash was a bad guy. Saltpeter is gained from rotting bodies. Is it really? Oh, and hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, you and Samalander seem to know something about everything. Does saltpeter come from rotting bodies? I only know it from, like, Civilization, where it's, like, stuff that you find. It didn't occur to me that that might be, like, a mass grave. And sulfur from volcanic vents. Locate and mark sources of each. Sure. Oh, no. Put that away. Oh, he was just loading up.
2 sites of battle that might have bodies.
I'll mark anything I find with red flares.
I ain't listening. Jeet's the one who's gonna decide anyway.
All right, and if you tuned out at some point during the last episode, didn't catch up, we have a different car. I don't know why. I mean, we're building a Archangel, I think is the name. No, let me just go in here. So under garage, under the Archangel menu, that's right, we're building the Jack. And we need one more thing. We need baby bars. And I think that we have to go to Gutgash's place in order to do that. Now, when we do that, look at our bars over there on the left, right-hand side that I haven't really been paying attention to. Defense will go up, whoops. Yeah, defense will go up by some, but both acceleration and handling are going to drop. Not back to baseline, but they're going to go down a little bit, so be aware of that. Oh, boo. Hold on just 15 seconds. You might hear some plugging. Hold on. Oh no, that's me. I got it. All right, we are back. Also, Carolina says, I don't know chemistry and where you get things from in general. We'll ask Force when she's around, because I bet that she knows. Okay, so the main story mission is to go to Gutgash's stronghold. I'll tell you what I want to do. So we've got areas like here and other places that are going to give us scrap. I want to max out the amount of scrap that we get from those places. So I would love to go find out where the merchant guy is. And he's... Oh, here he is. I was looking for that map. Griffa.
Lord Scrotus is lessened. It will mean great tidings for us.
My favorite part of a lot of games, maybe not my favorite part, but a part that I very much enjoy in many games is that sequence where you have more things to buy than you have money to afford, and you have to make decisions about, do I want that water? I kind of want that water, because I'm only at about half canteen. You have to make decisions about how that money is going to be spent. And the best games, those options never go away. Oh, really? With the car beeping? Hold on a second. Guys, chill out for a second. I need to refill my canteen. I'm pretty sure that I have...
Oh, just leave me here then. I'll spend some...
cleared this area out. Yeah, that... jackasses coming up the hill. I don't know if they're gonna bomb us. Does anybody see, like a water? Ah, here we go. Well, it's not a big thing, but it's something. Hey! I was not paying any attention to that at all. I was reading Caroluna's comment that Force will definitely know. That's centrifugal force for anybody that hasn't yet made the acquaintance. Centrifugal force is a forensic chemist, and she will definitely know where saltpeter comes from. All right, now... Yeah. So here's what we're going to do with this. We're just going to give it a little... Okay. It's probably standing a little bit too close, but... Nonetheless, we got some scrap out of it. Was this amount of scrap worth the bullet that it cost? I assume so.
Oh, here it comes! A mighty duster!
Alright, let me just try to pull that off. Awesome.
Blue means water!
I assume that if you, and this is not one of those assumptions that requires clarification yet, but my assumption is that as you upgrade the harpoon, the tether itself gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay, so we did water. Yeah, let's continue on towards Griffa. Oh, the rest of that thought was going to be, as much as I enjoy the phase where you have to make tough decisions about how you're going to spend your resources, that doesn't mean that I don't, in every game that's available to me, attempt to break that system by finding ways to maximize my income relative to my expenditures. And that's a little bit about what we're going to do today. That... Okay. Oh, that's not getting old yet. Alright, let me just make that out. Alright, and now I've got 2 cars that I can blow up for scrap. Carolyn is saying, I saw him running up to you. He ran straight into the camera, but way too fast for me to give you any warning. Also, I guess you wouldn't have wanted me to. Oh, yeah, no. When my failures are on display right this moment. No, I'm perfectly comfortable taking my lumps, because that's how you learn. It's a point that... I'm still not within range, huh? Okay. That's one of the points that I think that Mia has made particularly eloquently. I see no scrap. Oh, there we go. Mia has made particularly eloquently about, like, if the solution is handed to you, you don't learn anything from it. There's no aha moment, there's no epiphany, there's nothing for your mind to grip hold of. It's only, if anything, it just sort of teaches you a dependence on others. So, yeah, if my character's gonna get a big ol' punch to the head, because I wasn't paying attention to the chat, that teaches me to pay better attention to the game. But hopefully always attention to chat as well. Yeah, no, I just want to yank it a little bit off there. Really? Okay. I may not be able to get this last piece of scrap. There's nothing for my harpoon to poon onto Har here. Can I... Oh, no? Okay. I would have thought that would have been hot. Maybe I've been overthinking it by towing the burning car fires off of the things that I want to pick up. If everybody will just back off, we'll head on down the road. The more that I've played in this, and I feel like we are still very much in the early game. We're still very much in Act 1. Yes, I see the scrap car. No, I'm not going to go get it right now. The farther that we have gone, the more I've been like, I'd heard good things about this game, but I'm very surprised that it didn't make a bigger splash. It's one of those things that people have talked here and there about how well done it was, but I don't think it's proportionate to the quality that I'm seeing visiting this game for the first time in 2021 and saying, like, man, the combat feels tight, the driving is great, the weapons are really impactful. All right. As Carolina says, har har. It's har harpoon.
Allies are a powerful aid. Even a dog can be a lifesaver. You focus your loyalty on a dead thing.
I can drive a car. I'll cross the plains of silence in a car. People, get in my way.
Do you trust the car?
More than any man.
We have a long way to walk. Let's look deeper.
The Plains of Silence, is there any possibility, like, it does feel like the oceans are mostly dried up. We see lots of indications that a lot of this is happening in or around what used to be an ocean. So I want, no, this. I want more scrap while looting. And then I probably want to increase my legend level. I'm not going to say no to, let's add some more health, because I actually have died a couple times. Yeah, acquire more ammo while looting. I like that. And yeah, more damage, less fuel. I got 2 more points, so let's do more water, and sure, we're gonna get more health. Confirm. This game is fast and loose with the upgrade points. This feels like a game of a really, really tight reward loop, such that I could probably afford to visit Griffa more often than I do, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to visit him today. It's like, okay, I think that for the time being, we're going to plan on visiting Griffa at least once per stream to get those upgrades out of the way. Well, when I say out of the way, what I mean is, you know, get our benefit from them, because we want to have those unlocked early and often. Okay, now that we've done that, I want to do the next story mission, I think. Drive to Gutgash's stronghold. Yeah, maybe it's just the fact that it's called Gutgash's stronghold. But that sounds to me like a bad guy, and I guess we're actually trying to set up trade relations. Where am I now? Oh, I'm here. I'm the big arrow. Alright, so let's start working our way over there. And that's going to involve visiting a few locations on the way. Things that seem like a... No. Okay.
Stop it! It will tear that tire right off!
Okay, get the man. There we go. Now, I only have the 1 shotgun blast left, so let me see if I can do this the old-fashioned way. So, Carolina, the other day, and by that I mean, was it yesterday? You were doing some more, SnowRunner. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, Carolina has been playing SnowRunner on hard, and every single time that he's, like, up and streaming, the first thing that I remember is when Groomfy had said, he sort of, like, looked through what the differences were in hard mode on SnowRunner, and his verbal reaction to Moo, his wife, was, why would anyone do that to themselves? And it was like 2 days later that Carolina started playing it on hard, and it's just so cool seeing how that, seeing the planning for the trip followed by, you know, the actual execution, the unexpected things that come up. SnowRunner's a very cool game, and I feel like on normal it's approachable and probably going to be a lot of fun, but on hard is where it really shines, and I feel like that's what Caroluna's doing a great job of showing off on his channel. So if you guys have not yet seen it, I highly recommend it. Caralluna here on Twitch. I think going out of the city this weekend was a great idea. Our house used to be under there. Oh man, see, I didn't pay enough attention to, and I can't flip it back over, so we don't get to see. Oh, there it is.
All came down. All the planes. One by one.
Caroluna's saying it's a weird thing, though, that he doesn't usually go for hard mode in games. Well, that's, like, it depends on the game, doesn't it? Because what I feel like you've found in SnowRunner is I'm always going to get in the wrong side of the car. I'm just letting everybody know I'm too American. It's just going to be a running thing. Is you like the base gameplay loop, the game mechanics of SnowRunner enough that you want to like maximize the amount of enjoyment that you get out of them. And that's how I felt about Darksiders 3 was a great example of a game that like hard was hard for me on Darksiders 3, but I felt like I engaged with the game so much more purely at that level. And I feel like that's what you're getting out of it on in SnowRunner. Because yeah, like you, I don't think this game has difficulty levels, but I didn't play Jedi Fallen Order on hard. I didn't play Arkham City on hard. You know, there's just certain games. Oh, crap. Still don't have that. No, get that done.
Catch him and rip out his throat! You look like no war boy.
You know, some games you want to, this is just my experience. Some games you just want to like chill out and relax and not feel stressed out about them. And there's other games where they're just so mechanically satisfying that you want to put your skills to the test. And that's what I enjoy about watching the SnowRunner streams. All right, we got one more scrap pile at least. Like, I don't know if there's a hard mode. I assume there's like a hard mode on Tetris where it just sort of like starts you off in a like more dire situation or whatever. But I'm sure that Mia would play that on hard. Whereas something like GTA 5, I feel like is really well balanced, really well tuned for its difficulty, at least it was for me. There were some missions that I had a lot of difficulty on relative to both Mia and Drienne at Drienne-le-Vaude. And there's other missions in that I felt like I went through, you know, I didn't even really think of them. And then I've seen other people like have a harder time with it. So if that's sort of the way that your difficulty curve is, where, you know, different people find different sections more or less challenging, but always obtainable, always completable, I don't know, that feels like a pretty good balance to me. The point that I've made in the past is that if I never feel like I'm in danger of dying, I don't, like then the combat isn't fun. Months and months and months and months ago, I talked about playing... Oh, hold on. Ah, that's just the dead body. No, I screwed that up in every way that it could be screwed. What I was going to say is that I talked about playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I just sort of set it to, like, normal difficulty and stuff, and that game was incredibly easy. And I talked about it a little bit at the time, being like, well, you know, it's a nice like chill out game. But as I finally moved from like Act 1 into Act 2, and the story, like, you know, as you might expect from an act break, took on sort of a different layer of complexity, I realized that I felt like I was really robbing myself by not ever having to think of the tactical battles at all being so overpowered relative to whatever was supposed to be the dramatic tension in the story, that I...
Mercy blow! Strap him!
Yeah, I'm working on it. There we go. That I sort of petered off and have more recently started diving back into it on what the game terms as hard and what I feel is kind of like the intended difficulty level. Oh, hello to Mia and Drienne. Very quickly, because a whole bunch of comments were made. Carolina says the only games I can remember off the top of my head that I chose hard difficulties is in SnowRunner and Farming Sim, which granted is growing on to getting on top of the list of games that I have the most hours in. Okay, so Farming Sim is, I get it. So, yeah, and I like, as much as I extol the value of playing like Anno 1800 on the easier difficulty levels, because I feel like there's so much mechanical complexity to it, I always angle up towards like, boy, I want to get up, I want to be better. I want to be better at the game so that I can improve my, you know, get the most out of these mechanics. But yeah, hello to Mia. Hello to Drienne. Oh, Mia is currently driving in a parking lot right now and listening, but not chatting too much. Drienne, I also wanted to, hopefully you're still by the mic. I didn't miss like a lurking message. I just wanted to underscore and agree with a comment. Hold on, these are bad guys, right? Or are these good guys? They don't seem violent. Can I talk to them? Can I give them water is actually what I'm thinking, because I have plenty of that. Hey, do you need water? Yes, give water. I almost hit these people with my car. I thought they were bad guys. I have bad news, guys. Oh, that was great! Oh, I hate these guys so much. Hold on, that was so awesome. Hold on. Oh my goodness. That was really great. Yeah. Come on out here. My only regret is this man is dead. They're just all dead now. They got hit by the car, didn't they? It was the buildup. It was the long realization of, oh dear, this is not going to go the way that this is not going to be the altruistic gesture that I had hoped. So earlier today, I was not there to see this live, but I heard about it and then went back and watched it, so I do have some semblance of knowledge of what I'm talking about. Drienne was helping to moderate in a stream of a game that is... I don't see any reason to beat around the bush. Drienne was moderating in Kokodama's stream, and without getting too specific, there was at least one person in stream that will not be a member of this stream. They are... Oops. Their behavior was, I felt, when I saw it for myself, very poor. But there were even others that were in there. And, like, one of the comments was... The streamer made a comment... I don't feel good about, like, recounting her position. I also don't feel good about being super vague about it either. Huh. I really walked myself into a conversational cul-de-sac here. I don't know how to proceed. I will say this. We'll, oh, hold on. There they are. Maybe I can help them with water now. No, wait. I still can't. I still can't.
His tank's made bare.
Oh, I want to give them water so much. Okay. No, come back. I'm not the bad one. No. Did he die? Did they die? Yes. No, I have water. Here.
I thank you.
Pass by this spot. Not too long.
Oh, look, there's more.
I'll remember this.
Yeah, man, I would want water if I was out here. I'm not a particular fan of the fact that I only get to give the water to the one person. They all seem pretty down. Drienne, thank you very much for the clip. That was...
Water? For me?
All right. We're all good? We're all good. All right, mission accomplished. We shared some water. I just wanted to underscore something, like one of the topics of conversation that had come up in that stream. If like, this is something that we've talked about. You can disagree with somebody's position on something. You can live your life in a way that they might not feel agreeable, not harmful, just different. And that's all fine. But once it progresses to like calling somebody's position infantile or juvenile, that is only going to be read as insulting. Choose different and better words than that, because that's not a discussion. That's shaming sounds a little bit too vague. It's but I have to think of a good word for it. But you're not having a conversation there. You are talking down to somebody. You are acting as though their position has no merit. What is this? A death run provides the means for Wastelanders to become one with a vehicle. It's a rite of passage necessary to gain access to all vehicles in the world. Each death run offers a unique variety of cars and archangels to run and collect. Completing a death run also unlocks a permanent fuel source at the starting line location. Well, that's fine, but I kind of feel like I'd want to have a better car than the one I have. I like my car, but I recognize it could be a lot better than it is. Also, where's my I am here arrow? Here we are. All right, well, see, now I need to go get more water. Yeah, one person can say, I embrace my faith and I take it very seriously. And another person can say, well, you know, faith isn't as important to me. I just didn't grow up in a very religious way, and that's fine. And those two people, they are not disagreeing with one another. They are describing their life experiences and hopefully sharing the idea that both can be pathways to happiness and fruitfulness and good relationships with others and whatever else. It doesn't have to be this competitive thing. But as soon as one of those people says, no, you're acting like a child, you haven't thought this through. When you get older, you'll see the truth of it. That's, nope, that's not a good conversation.
Then the trial is
Oh, hello to Tashir!
I shall protect the magnum opus as best I can.
So, Tashir, I was trying to work out, because we were also lurking, but it was, you know, for us at least, fairly late. I want this because I want the oil well parts. Yeah, let's go do this. What happened with Azric's stream? Was he went to go live, but then got, like, pulled away, and it was just on a starting screen for a long time, or was the start of it really delayed? I didn't get a chance to see. And the reason I'm asking here is because I'm so excited about Azric's... Oh, hold on. Whoops. Don't worry, we'll get it right in the second pass. Ish.
These tires are unprotected!
I am so excited about Azric's 5-day challenge and stuff. I think that's such a cool way to do it. Get him!
He's dented bad! Clincher him!
Now, you might notice that I'm doing a lot of the, like... There's, like, this juke move that you can do left and right, like this side ram move to do a sudden, like, wheel swivel, and you plow into somebody laterally. And I don't do that a lot because I'm not alongside vehicles very often. I'm either like going directly at them, T-boning them, or they're coming at me, but there's not a lot of options to do like that. See that? That sort of like, oops. That's exactly what I wanted to show off. Bit of a conversation about what to do about all these random baddies, because does not seem like they have a shortage of these guys. At the same time, there's a super good source of scrap. Oh, there we go. Like I said, this game rewards everything you do. Oh, there he is. Azric was supposed to start yesterday at 1:30, but it was unable to happen. when I did go live to play Dark Alliance, there was an update that took way too long to download and install, hence near the 20-minute starting stream. Yeah, no, I was just curious, and that's why I was curious, because, like... Hold on. Why is it color tinting? I think we're good. Nope, there it is. Because I only saw about it on Twitter, and it was like there had been some sort of a delay, and I was like, oh, that's uncommon, because Azaric streams pretty often, and I wasn't sure if there was, like, if there had been... My sense of reading about it is that you'd been called away for something, but yeah, we have certainly had the experience of, oh, this will be great, let's go stream, and then it's like 90 minutes later that the unexpected patch is finished downloading, verifying, and installing. And then you get the system update, so you get to wait through that as well. Well, I'm gonna ram this. I want to see what Caroluna and Tashir and everybody's saying in chat, but I also don't want to get firebombed. Let's take a quick look around here. I don't know. See, the camp alert signal is going up. Yeah, let me ram this thing. Okay, now it doesn't matter if they get alerted. So we've got weak gate. Can I go like this? It sure looks like we can. All right, I'm not at full health. Maybe I should just...
Right. I'll remain with the angel.
Drink up. We'll go in there at our absolute best. No, that's my flashlight. That's my flare gun, and that's my binoculars. None of those are very helpful right now. Kirluna says, I saw a tweet from, was it Streamlabs, that they are aware of issues with going live. Not sure if that was Streamlabs or Twitch's issue, but it's possible about 24 hours ago now. Hello to Chivalry. I hate the unexpected update that won't let you ignore and play. Yeah, and especially online games, when there's any sort of like always online game, it's like, nope, no, you are not allowed. All right, let's get in there. There, yep, here they come. All right, dodge, I bet. Super pushed Y. Y. No, get him. I wonder if, are you supposed to push like in the direction of the person that you're Y-ing? Maybe that's where the discrepancy is. Because I don't often think about doing that, but that might be the difference. I'm going to try that as we go. All right, we've got some fuel that I can do, and there's the, oh, wait, no, I want to do this then. All right, let's put down the melee weapon, pick up the fuel can, ignite, and throw. I've mostly been paying... So this game's pedigree is from Avalanche Studios, and we've talked about that as being the same company that made the Just Cause games. The other thing, though, is that, like, the explosions are really good, and that's also an Avalanche Studios thing. I've been thinking a lot about them as, you know, the harpoon tether mechanics, but yeah, they also really know how to put on some pyrotechnics in their games. Oops. Okay. But once you did get it up and running, I also saw, Azaric, that you had had a very good time with Dark Alliance, and you had gone with the barbarian character. Here's what's interesting to me about Dark Alliance, or one of the things that I find interesting. Every single person that I've seen play, comment, every video that I've looked at, everything has been the barbarian guy. I'm trying to remember if the barbarian is also the dwarf. Everybody likes to play as like the dwarf who has like a big hammer. Everybody talks about the barbarian. Everybody talks about the archer. I have not seen, outside of like a passing mention, that like, oh right, Drizzt Do'Urden, like that guy's in there. Which, I never read the R.A. Salvatore books, but wasn't he like the main attraction? Wasn't he the guy that everybody thought was so awesome with his twin blades and, I don't know, being a drow? I don't know why he was so popular. I just felt like he was the tracer of the Dungeons & Dragons Overwatch universe that is somehow the central figure and also the one that nobody ever plays as. Oh, yes, please. All of the scrap. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what those bottles are about. They're like bottles with glowing coils inside of them. Huh. Like, I assume those are like Wastelander light bulbs, but just trying to work out the how and why of it. All right, so we've been over here. I know I can go through that, and we cannot reach the ladder. So I'm feeling pretty good about going through the thing that we can do. Did I look in here yet? Yes, because that's the way that we came in. All right, door time. Drienne says they wish R.A. Salvatore could write an action sequence that makes sense and doesn't have me wondering how he pulled off the jumping maneuver from his position lying on the ground a moment ago, etc. I have a friend who was really into those books, at least for a limited amount of time, and tried to get me into them, and it just sort of bounced off me. I did not read very far. I would submit I did not give it a fair shake. Okay, so we can go down or we can go up, and I usually like going up in games first. All right, we've got some limestone or something. I don't know what that is. Especially because action is really what those stories focus on, not a lot else in my opinion. They were so popular, and like it's interesting to me that with the like you would think that I would think that following Lord of the Rings, for example, whoever had the rights to like those Dragonlance books, they were Dragonlance, aren't they? I might even be wrong about that. But those R.A. Salvatore books, you would think like, hey, let's fast track this. This property is hot right now. And these were huge, like million-selling games. Like, you know, we can really jump in on this. And yes, I know that there's some sort of like rights argument. There's some sort of like fight about who owns the rights to what setting or character, whatever. And it's why Dragonlance isn't as much of a thing anymore. I really think that people should get over themselves. All right. Hopefully that was good. I will also note as we go, this is not going to be one of those super long streams for a couple reasons. Number one, as remarked on Twitter, vacation time is over, back at work, and boy, is there a lot going on. For example, one thing that was going on yesterday is a fairly expensive part was shipped back, and while I was out, had been accepted and signed for by a name I did not recognize, and no one knew who that was. And we had FedEx saying, yeah, your thing is there, go find it. And I'm saying, the person that signed for it doesn't exist. We need more information, because I can't let a part of that importance and value be out in the wind. So that was sort of on my mind, and it's like a bunch of things like that I'm just letting you guys know I'm on like 3 hours of sleep today. This is me not being particularly well rested, probably 4 to be honest. But here's the good news: that story that I just told, it actually worked itself out today. We did find it. It's fine. Nothing's missing. No alarm. It's one example of a lot that's going on. So I want to kill that guy before the fight starts if I can. So let me see if I can. Hey.
Looking for a corpse.
Yeah, get that guy. So if I shoot him here, am I just gonna shoot the fence? I hate that guy. All right, shoot him. That had more fire than I expected. I just thought he would fall over. But I'm good with it. Ow, okay. So wait, the guy that I punched once back there, he just keeled right over. For a second, I thought he was gonna get impaled on the fence. All right, let's stop doing ledge mechanics and get into this, boys. Transfer tank? Yes, please. Let's blow that up. Oh, so just to say, and the second reason this isn't going to be the longest stream in the world is that, as far as I know, I don't know why I injected any uncertainty there at all. Game night with the peeps is tonight, so we're going to be able to play. Yeah, hold on. Yes, thank you for the knife. We will, so this is the part as far as I know, we will be playing some Phasmophobia on twitch.tv/morethanamia with Mia, Chivalry, and us. So that's it. And I am looking forward to it because every time that we've played Phasmophobia, I have learned a little bit more about how the game works. And I'm thinking that as we continue to go, I will be not just the guy that gets killed immediately to confirm for everybody, yes, in fact, there is a menace. Wait, there's a jump button? Wait, hold on. Wait, this is new. I never pushed this. I have a little skip. I could have been climbing up those rocks. Remember how I've said that he doesn't climb at all? Oh my God. Okay. I have to remember that this exists. I don't want to be like episode 6 and relearn this. Okay, and also how do I... There we go. Now let me pick up another one of these. So this is left trigger. If anybody's wondering why is this a surprise, very, very few games have left trigger as their jump button. I'm fine with it. There's one other game that I can think of that used left bumper as the... Was it left bumper? It was either left or right bumper as the jump button, and that was Dying Light. A very, very good game, which, wouldn't it be great if that sequel ever exists? I don't even know why. Oh, you know why I pressed that? You know why I pressed left bumper all of a sudden? It's because I was trying to aim the boomstick that I was carrying. Yes, aim, fill. Now, I will say that there was an altogether different Dungeons & Dragons series that my parents back in the day had actually gotten me like the first book. Oh, it's MASH. And it wasn't licensed, I don't think. It didn't take place in any, like, particular Dungeons & Dragons universe. It wasn't Dragonlance, it wasn't Ravenloft, it wasn't any of the others. It was just sort of like Dungeons & Dragons. And it was, again, sort of a young adult novel, but it was maturely written enough that I enjoyed it and went on to read all 3 books. I didn't think that the second 2 books were as good. Those were the only D&D books, like novels, that I ever read. Every other one that I tried, I just sort of like, you know, stuff, I guess. Should give that a shot someday. But one sentiment from that Dungeons & Dragons book is one that has lived with me in my head forever after. It's been decades since I last picked this book up, and I still remember the main character learning the lesson of, if you're in a fight, you can lose your shield, you can lose some of your armor. If you lose your weapon, you lose your life. Never, ever let go of your weapon, because if that happens, you're done. You have no way to fight back. And I'm sure that people like pull out all sorts of interesting examples from the real world and literature and movies and stuff where that's not true. But that was something that was imparted onto the main character early, and it just always struck with me. It's similar to, here's a deep cut. There's a Star Trek novel where okay, again, I think that was good because it ticked off something, but I don't know why it blew up. What I think is happening there's like a fuel container that when it drops, it blows up. Oh, yes, I want that thing. There's a Star Trek novel where, for reasons that are uninteresting to the story, Data is learning how to fire a phaser, and it's got like a couple paragraphs that actually describe the proper weapon handling for like properly firing a phaser. It's like, don't push down with your thumb, squeeze up with your hand, you know, guide it with like where your thumb is. And it's just interesting to me that, you guys, this is not an actual device. It's a hollow piece of plastic prop. And yet the person that wrote this book, like, looked at it and looked at schematics and drawings of it, and might even have handled the little prop and said, what would a military trainer say about the proper way to handle and fire this weapon? And then made it a scene into the book. And I love that layer of thought about it. You know who does that? I am way off track. I'm trying to find, not off track, I'm taking a look around to see if there's anything else that I've missed. I do feel like I'm currently backtracking, but that's okay, because I do want to go into the square pit that I knocked open and then didn't go inside of. Oh, Azric is AFK. Gonna go back out and attempt to fix the AC in my car. Enjoy the rest of your stream if you end before I get back, Angel. If you are still here, Azric, good luck with the car. We in this area are going to have a sequence of very hot days, so I certainly understand the desire to have good AC. I may have made this observation during some previous stream, but I do not think there is a human being in the world who has thought more about zombies than Max Brooks. And if you want to see how much he has thought about zombies, I do not recommend the Zombie Survival Guide, which is a very dry piece of like instructional text I found, but World War Z, the actual book, not the movie, the actual book World War Z is Max Brooks apparently having thought about zombies for like 12 and a half years, just wrote this sprawling epic, and I mean that in the best possible way, of the fall of human civilization, these vignette stories from different parts of the world with different memorable characters. There's our oil well part. And basically how everything gets ripped apart and then eventually swept together and rebuilt into something. And there's so many characters and scenes from that book that I think about all of the time. Can I... Oh, yeah. Yeah! I didn't know that stealth takedowns were even a thing. But you can take issue, and I'm not saying that I do. You could take issue with Max Brooks' prose. You could take issue with the voices that he gives his characters, or the scenes that he draws, or things that are a little bit too cute or too convenient or whatever else. But one thing that no one can doubt is that this man has thought about zombies. He's really dedicated a lot of his brain power to how would this work mechanically? How would this work politically? How would this work socially? And I found it a fascinating book to read. As is often said, it's not about the zombies, but rather the effect that it would have. Like, what would have to happen for everything that we know to fall to a shambling horde of very slow-moving and relatively easily killed monsters? And Max Brooks found a lot of interesting answers to that question, and that's what I like about it. So, World War Z, check it out now. Drienne agrees, saying World War Z is a great book. The movie resembles it only because the title is the same and there is some form of zombie in it, though not even the same kind of zombie. Yeah, and like, I believe it's in the book World War Z, there is a rather impassioned and direct, like, look into the camera where a character is describing in great detail why fast-moving, sprinting zombies don't make any sense and should not be a thing. And then in the movie that they made, not only did they make the movie zombies super fast, but they operate with an insect-like swarm mentality for no fucking reason. And I just saw this moment. See the down there? Look down there, that blue shipping container. See the red X's? We're gonna go pull that open with the harpoon in the car, because I think that's maybe one of the only things that's left in this whole outfit. Can I jump down here safely? Yes. It's been a while since I brought it up, but Diesel Jones updated Captured by Diesel, his photography website, with what appear to me to be a whole bunch of new photographs. So if you guys have not checked out Captured by Diesel, I recommend it. And that is D-I-E-Z-E-L. Captured by Diesel.
Back, RC?
Okay, wait, where is the blue shipping container with the red X's relative to where I am? Is that it? There it is. All right, I don't know that this will pull open, but I think it will. Let's go see what's in there.
Keep an eye out. No surprises.
Yes, have a protector thing.
Oh, fucking nothing. It's just a different way in. Okay. So, there's one transfer tank left, and there's a big red dot on the map, which is what I'm sort of generally trying to find my way over to. If you look down at the bottom left, my yellow player arrow is right on top of it. Wait, did I get seen? What is this music? This is incredibly dramatic nothing. That's not it. So the red dot, let me go back down here. I know oops. This really seems like the most logical place for the red dot to be. Tashir says, it's been a while since I checked out his site. Gotta change that. Yeah, I like, when I say new, maybe just new to me. Oh, there we go. Transfer tank. Perfect. So, that is how I learned that, yes, in fact, it does give you some clues. Oops. Toss. Some clues on the mini-map. All right, we are peeling down the number 2 sun. And for anybody that might be joining, that sun that just came up and like drained a little bit, that is Max's threat level. And I believe as it goes down, we're going to see fewer of those. Oh, yeah, let me eat some dog food. Fewer of those, like... Oh, wait, no! A serving of maggots? That's not what I thought I was going to have there. Why does that bother me more than the dog food? I feel like I read that it's been a little bit discredited, but it has previously been a thing. We should ask Force about this. Somebody go get Force. Now I want to ask her where saltpeter comes from. Drian, I'm not sure that you were here. Is it true that saltpeter comes from rotting corpses? Because I didn't know that. In other news, the other thing now that I want to ask is maggot therapy. Is that still a thing? Because I remember seeing some, like, I don't know, news articles or, like, episodes of television or whatever. Oh, is this a bad guy? Did they come to take back their stash? Oh, yeah. Collect loot. Basically, if you had... The idea was, if you had necrotic flesh, if you had flesh or muscle tissue on your body that was dead and rotting away, maggots represented an efficient way to get rid of the dead tissue while leaving all of the healthy tissue around it alone. Now, more recently, I think I have 5 tokens again. I'm not sure if I have that much that I can... Yeah, let's go check, because again, I want to try to get these up. Oh, Tashir says, I'm greatly enjoying your playthrough, but I still have to replay this myself someday. Such a damn good game. Yeah, this is a very good game. I might have been touching on this briefly before you arrived, but this game holds up incredibly well, given that this is an Xbox 360 era port. That's now 2 generations old. I don't know if I should pull down that thing. Yeah, I want to see if I can clamber on rocks now that I know that there's a jump button. I'm going to go back and look at the first episode, but I'm going to say here and now that there was never a jump button introduced in the game. And also, kudos to people who knew it was there and didn't tell me, because, like, just the sense of discovery. Yeah, well, I mean, it's still not great, but at least he is willing to, like, hop up a little bit. Mia says, in another parking lot, and I have to ask, did Angel really wonder why maggots were more disturbing than dog food? Well, but I mean, like, it's both a source of protein, and the dog food is, like, ground up horse hooves and sawdust, isn't it? Like, dog food isn't really great for people. Maggots, I think, are mostly just protein. I guess they'd probably collect... That's the thing about it. It's the disease of it. Oh, this guy might have some more dialogue for us.
Lungs still heaving, heart still beating. Yet you refuse to live. Perhaps you've forgotten who you are.
I know who I am.
If you knew, why would you wander like this?
I know where I'm going.
Tell me again that you're going to the Plains of Silence.
That's my destination. I'm gonna cross the Plains of Silence.
Oh, I didn't see him blow smoke in my face, but that's okay. All right, I want more scrap, please. Yes, okay. And yeah, more health. Sure. Yes, more ammo. And I want to raise my legend level again. All right, cool. So the story there the idea got a little bit truncated, but the idea was that if you had, like, necrotic flesh, the maggots would eat the dead skin and cells and muscle tissue, but leave all of the healthy stuff alone. Now, I feel like I later read that this actually is not true, and upon, like, further study and consideration, no, maggots will just eat whatever they have access to, so maybe it's not so great. But I'm just saying that, like, if you could save my arm by, like, having maggots clean out the wound for you, you have my permission. Like, if I'm ever incapacitated and unable to properly provide some thoughts on my own medical care, I have made it known in the world and now live on stream that you can put all the maggots in to save my appendages or my life. I'm all about it. Is it gross? Yes. Would I like to have my limbs? Yes, also to that. Okay, sorry. I'm not trying to like spaz out here on the map. I keep losing me and then where I'm going. Okay, I'm there. So I want to go this way. And if I'm just sort of going in this direction, I don't see a lot on the main path. So rather than wander too far off the path, let's head towards Gutgash. And we will find things as we go. I remember taking an advanced CPR course, and we had a lecture, a conversation with a current trained EMT of some long lifespan, and what career path. Like, had been an EMT for a long time, and she said, if you are doing the Heimlich maneuver or CPR correctly, it is possible that you will, like with the vehemence that you're doing it, you may wind up breaking some ribs. You might break a rib in the process. It has happened to me. I have never been sued by someone whose life was saved for having broken their rib. I look forward to that experience. That was always an interesting lookout or outlook, because I agree. If I'm choking, if you need to break a rib or like do one of those tracheotomies, I think it's called, where they like get a tube into your throat so that you don't suffocate to death, go ahead. Please, by all means. Grab that ballpoint pen, hollow it out, or like open it up.
Attack! That one hit could cause a cleansing inferno!
Oh, get him! Oh, and another thing, just for the... See, there's the side swipe. Okay. I need to not be between these two guys. Oh, I can't get that guy yet, so we'll do this. Oh, is he leaving? All right, yeah, he's bugging out.
Stay put.
Yes, gladly. It is my sacred place.
Also, Caroluna just quoted, serving of maggots. I have a lot of scrap. Should do something more with that. Let's do something more with it now. Yeah. You know what? I take it back. I'm not going to do anything with it right now, because I want to make sure that I have enough scrap when we get to Gutgashes, because I feel like I'm going to get something that I need to spend scrap to properly use. Also, hey, look down at the bottom left. See that yellow gauge? I'm actually half down on fuel. That has not really happened.
Totem of the infidel hordes! Destroy! Destroy, Satan!
Also, during your stream, yeah, that's what it was. Caroluna, during your stream yesterday, relatively recently, you were talking about how, you know, I took it to mean, this is not where I thought I was going. I'll just skip to the chase, which is, for Caroluna, for everyone else, I want everybody to, like, if you have the time and the inclination to stream, do it. Like, if we're live here, you go live. Honestly, I love, like, among other things, you being live gives us somebody to raid to when we finish up. And I've occasionally heard, and I feel myself, a reluctance to go live when there's people that I like and enjoy watching are also live, because it feels like counter-programming. And I just want to say, see, look at the coral. See this? See all the coral on the ground? This used to be an ocean. I'm not sure that everything on this map used to be on an ocean, but this part definitely was.
Anything for my angel.
Tashir says, as long as nothing is punctured. I think this is a reference to the breaking of ribs and stuff. I am okay with that. Yeah, same here. I don't necessarily want that bone shard inside my liver, for example. That would be a hell of a trip for it. I don't think that would happen. But yeah, no, if you need to do a little bit of damage to save my life, yeah, hit it. Level 3 harpoon. Well, we'll just ram it a couple times. We'll be good.
Country. Oh, watch your back, Saint. He's ruthless. Same as Chief, but older and meaner. He camps in a hulk laid out in the Great White. His clan were water people, pirates, slavers. They say he foretells the rising of the seas again.
What can you offer me?
Heavy plates of steel armor, grills, and other life-saving defenses are his specialty. At a hefty cost, of course.
Drian is saying, I have that issue myself. Someone was suggesting I do a stream on Sunday, and I was like, nah, my friends stream at that time. Yeah, it's, there's so much talent. There's so many great people here on Twitch that after a while it becomes impossible to avoid going up against somebody that you also like and respect and want to stream. And to my way of thinking, it's not a competition, it's a raid opportunity. That's how I think of it, and that's how I would encourage others to as well.
You want to let all that scrap just drive off?
No, dude, I am on the scrap. We're doing the scrap. Oh, not very well, but technically. Yeah, the AI in this, it's not like Einstein, but it's smart enough to know, wait, I can just turn around, maybe get a little bit further away. Oh, level 4 harpoon.
Stop it! It will tear that tire right off! One final stroke!
Driver? I pulled off the door. No, I don't have an angle on it right now. Yes, fuel. All right. Time to stop not doing this. I'm curious, and this is not something that I want to have explained right now, but I am curious, what if you just run out of fuel? What if you push it to that extent? I assume that the car stops going. Does the game give you some sort of like Deus Ex Machina, like a survivor comes up and says, yo, Drifter, I thought you might want some fuel. I was carrying some for no particular reason. I just happened to see that you've got this car, and it won't go nowhere without the fuel, so here you go. However, your punishment is you gotta listen to me talk for a while. It's a thought I had back in the old days when I decided that I'm gonna travel the wasteland with fuel. But every time I find someone, I'm telling a really long story, like I'm Rossetti from the Animal Crossing series. Can I, take? No, I don't want to take. Okay, no, I still got a fuel can back there. All right. Sure. So that's how I learned that he always throws in the direction the camera's facing, not in the direction that he's facing. So Carolina says, for some people, it depends on what game they play, and for some, I don't care if they're live or not. Drien's saying, yeah, when you have made friends with a good number of awesome fellow streamers, it certainly affects how you plan things. It's a combination of not wanting to make people choose between streams, as well as wanting to be able to be in your friends' streams yourselves. Yeah, it's... You want to be supportive and also have time for what you want to do. Like, I've heard Moo express, in particular Moo, hesitation to go live if she sees that others are live. And I feel like that's a very, very kind and empathetic way to look at it. And I want to, at least for this channel, set her mind at ease and say, like, Moo is a mom, she's a wife, her husband also streams, she also has, like, work that she does, she has her own photography stuff that's going on. Man, if somebody, I speak from experience when I say that if somebody with a schedule like that gets a couple hours to do some Alan Wake as she did the other day, nope, you do not have to think about this stream at all. You go, you jump on it. Because also, not only is it a raid opportunity, it's a VOD opportunity. I love looking back at some stuff that had been missed. That's how the whole, so just, nom 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 nom. It is the disease, though. It's not the maggots. Well, I mean, maggots are super gross, but as a source of protein, it's the fact that they are festering in a rotting corpse, and you would just feel like that would be boiling with bacteria. Drienne says, I did that when I set up my stream schedule. I haven't changed it since, but it was definitely a big factor. Yeah. I would love to have a stream schedule. I would love to be able to say, I can stream reliably at exactly these times. Instead, what we have here are vague targets.
Oh, no, no. I shudder at the thought of the red-eyed buzzards hunting us.
You know who else? By the way, speaking of Chivalry, who's in chat right now, I am also really looking forward to when Chivalry streams some more Borderlands 3. I don't talk enough about this, but when it was mostly a decision. Hold on.
Where we see a wreck, his people see an ark. Let us save them for when the water returns. They protect what's theirs, tooth and nail.
We sort of made the decision not to continuously spend an entire year talking about the Extra Life Marathon. It's actually coming back up where it's a few months away now, and I do want people to start thinking... Oh, hold on.
Everything Wastelander would hold dear. Late sight. It's too strange. The wind and the gust went in the sacred house of the Carb, yet now they travel together as one.
This frame rate is awful again. Holy crap.
They venture forth into the many mysteries of the magnificent manifold. Lo, no.
It is! It's the little Count of the Carburetor. Oh, who could forget that whimpering? And the devious suckling face. Oh, dead a dozen times if you do, boy.
We've come to deal.
Nothing else. I got gas.
So pitch me, little man, before I make a blood sport of your driver here.
He's no ordinary driver. This one, he's sent to me by the angel combustion herself.
We parlay with the water gods here.
We desire to make way to the dead Baron. My sanctum is destroyed. It's burned. Everything I have is gone. Gone. I have nothing left. And please, this car needs healing. She does. And strengthening. Yes, and if you let us stay here and rebuild, then I offer to you these. The hands of a Blackfinger. Yes.
You'll have one chance from me.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, B. Thanks, B. Yes.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep the deviant Blackfinger leashed. Don't need any of his perversions on my ship.
I need welding wire to do my work.
Make do for now. I'll find you welding wire.
Okay, I am
Out
actually...
there, the ocean waits, ready to come a-crashing and cover these lands anew. We will be ready then. The gales of glory will fill our sails.
I wonder if there's an in-universe explanation for where all the water in the oceans went. Like, I feel like that's too much to evaporate, but I don't know. Gutgash is the leader of the Rust Bastion, a stranded ship turned into a stronghold. Gutgash suffers, like everyone else near Gaston, from the recent surge in aggressions from Stank Gum. I don't know that I've met Stank Gum yet. He leads his people in a rare combination of intimidation and cult-like manipulation. This there's not a lot of fine degrees on the scroll here. He has everyone in his stronghold, a rustling hull of a ship, believing they are preparing for the vessel preparing the vessel for when the waters come back and cover the seabed that is the Great White. He speaks of this so much that he sometimes believes it himself, but most of all, he believes in survival. He will do anything to stay afloat, including dealing directly with the marauders from Gaston. He knows of Chumbucket, and he recognizes him as a skilled mechanic, but he does not trust him. He does have some light Gollum vibes. So, let's just be clear that, like, here, I don't see any problem with this frame rate at all. However, in that cutscene, it was like the camera guy was drunk and also caught in some sort of a Matrix-style time warp that was not allowing him to live a linear experience the way that, like, you would want. So the last time that happened, it was actually fixed by saving and just restarting the game. This will not end the stream, but if everybody can bear with us, I'm just going to hit this. We're going to overwrite it. I don't know why it's called autosave and not just, you know, regular save. And let's go to exit to main menu. I think what has to happen, and this is just me sort of doing a little bit of programming out loud, I don't think that this game allows you to alt-tab. I think that it gets weird if you alt-tab for any reason. I think that you have to have it up. So this might go black for a second, but then we're going to come right back and probably just continue speaking as we go. Carolyn is saying was also on the phone at the moment. Dren is still thinking about Angel's earlier statements about GTA and wondering which missions he found harder or easier than they did. So without getting too specific, I would say the first time, I feel like it's very well known that GTA 5 has 3 main protagonists. One of them is named Franklin. The first mission with Franklin, where the game is sort of tutorializing how to take cover and shoot as Franklin. It does that. There's an earlier tutorial, but this sort of like reiterates it. That mission, every single time I've played GTA 5, I've failed that mission 3 or 4 times. I just get shot to death because I'm struggling with the cover mechanics and the shooting. I am very glad that Drienne brought up GTA 5 because I wanted an opportunity to say with my voice to Drienne, I promise you up and down that the commentary that I was giving, and I think you know this, but the commentary I was giving about the special abilities in GTA 5 was not backseat gaming. It was an earnest expression of the tutorials in GTA 5 are weird as shit. So this is I'm not gonna let's circle back to this topic in a minute because I know we're gonna get some dialogue. Dog and buggy. Here's this. Well, maybe there's more wandering than I thought. I thought I was going to immediately come across people that wanted to talk to and around me.
I'm dropping where you stand, Dune Dweller. Yap it up with gut if you
like that guy, for example. Maggot Farm? Yep. Ooh, what's this? Scrap Crew. And as I look around, it was just like I was uncommonly direct about like, hey, there's a super important gameplay mechanic that gets introduced in this mission, except like the game doesn't tell you that it's doing that. Hold on, let me just grab this. I didn't know that this was what I was looking for. So there's a mission early on in GTA 5. It's like the second or third mission, I think. It might be the second, where in extremely rapid succession, the game introduces you to press this button to turn on your headlights. Press this other button to raise and lower the hood on your convertible car. Press this button to activate the character's special ability, which is a mission-critical concept that you need to understand in order to do well in the game. Press this other button to focus on Lamar as you're driving. And, like, the little commentary that I gave there about the super important gameplay mechanic, the game doesn't actually say that. It sandwiches this core critical mechanic in among 4 or 5 totally unrelated cosmetic options that you don't actually care about, and makes no attempt to draw your attention to it. And every single person that's ever played the game used the garage to install all... Oh, sorry, I thought I had to talk to somebody. Do this and this. And this baby bar, single rail, huh? Almost like we seek to protect our most beloved from the many defilers of these wasted lands, almost like we cared about our magnum opus. This is going to reduce impact damage from vehicles and environments and explosions by 5%. Yes, 100 scrap. Done and done. The jack is built. Good. Yep. So I like, this is like a set bonus then, basically, that I got all of these things and now that's good. Oh, can I do this? Sure. All right. Hey, that is a color scheme I can get behind. You may need to downgrade some of the installed upgrades to build the jack. Well, I think I did it. Okay, maybe it's warning me that I haven't done it. So let's go back to garage. It's all green. No, it says ready to be built. Oh, I didn't press A. Here we go. Yes, I do. Oh, it didn't like my color choice. Okay. Chumbucket calls it the jack, and to me it's one step closer to the car I need. Gaston remains the goal, but we are not ready just yet. Adrian says, yeah, I could see exactly where you were coming from and appreciated it. I mostly verbalized that for the sake of any others in chat who might decide to volunteer info. I know your views and stance on backseating and spoilers. Oh, and hello to Puss in Boots, who says, Gastown is mine, I assume. So I trust your judgment on things like that. Yeah, oh, hold on. Dialogue.
Magnum opus, consecrated corpus of the angel combustion. Your guise is now that of the jack. Complete, radiant, deadly, and ready for anything.
It won't be complete until we get the V8 from Gastown.
Indeed, yeah. And maybe, not even then.
So there's a big green exclamation point. Locked. Interact with the mission starter to see if the requirements needed. All right, so that's over here. All right. Oh, they're upstairs. Okay. Yeah, let's head up there. Yeah, the tutorial. Oh, hold on.
Please. Please. Child. It's the burning sickness. The fan. Give it to me, quickly. Come on. Just let me heal her pain, please.
Don't mess around with that
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Don't touch the merchandise.
Whatever it takes to survive. Whatever it takes to keep my glory alive.
So I do have one question about Hope. I noticed that Hope had very long painted and manicured nails, which seems very unlikely. Conceived in the days of the early fall, Hope is the daughter of the history woman, Miss Giddy. Miss Giddy's husband was killed by a biker gang, and Miss Giddy was taken pregnant as a trophy by their leader. Hope was kept and raised by the gang up until her early teens, growing more beautiful each day. The biker gang was defeated by another, greater force, and the gang of the Immortan Joe kept Giddy and Hope as breeders. Okay, that's a concept. When the Citadel was founded, Giddy was put in charge of the education of the younger female children, and Hope was kept in a breeding program. She failed to produce a son and was eventually given to Immortan Joe's lesser lieutenants. Hope and her mother found their way to the court of the Guardian of Gastown. In the days leading up to the Wasteland Wars, Gastown was infiltrated by Dr. Dementus. This is one of the movies? Holy shit. And his group of saboteurs. Dr. Dementus killed the Guardian of Gastown and took the title for himself. He then became the owner of Hope and Miss Giddy, who went on to become the History Woman. Meanwhile, Hope was impregnated by Dementus. She gave birth to a daughter, Glory. Much later, Dementus, it's really getting all 4 acts of Hope's story here. Much later, Dementus tried to lay siege to the Citadel and was killed by Scabrous Scrotus, one of the Immortan's sons. Hope and Glory were sent back to the Citadel when their transport came under attack. The two wandered the wasteland for weeks, living off whatever they could find until they were taken by Thrall rustlers and ended up in the holding cells of Gutgash. Just the entire backstory, this woman's entire life. Puss in Boots 5, I think that's a 5, says, I like the atmosphere. Oh wait, there was something else. Although over-repetitive collections and stronghold unlocks have called the game into question, this game is definitely overrated. Drin wants to kill them all. So do I. This doesn't seem like a place that I want to hang out with a breeder program. Puss in Boots says, I like the atmosphere and the wilderness of it. The games and the movies are way close. So so Puss in Boots, if you are new, I have actually never seen a Mad Max movie. And that's not a point of pride. It's not me bragging, like, I've held out for this long. It's just I never have. So I have no familiarity with the franchise. Okay? I want to look at it. It's a motorcycle. I see it. Wait, is this... No, this game is too old for that to be a Days Gone reference. But it says on the back here, what on earth is this thing? It looks a lot like the motorcycle in Days Gone. Except this game is like, it's literally a generation too old. Mia says in all caps, fuck this.
Just go away. No friend of mine.
And Chivalry is explaining that she's upset because she secretly wants to be a breeder. Well, we all have our dreams. And Chivalry knows you so well, Mia, that I think that we should take his explanation of this. Okay. Location 100% looted. No, for real, I was looking at that and thinking like, wow, that woman has oddly pristine and colorful nails given her current situation. And then it occurred to me, well, like when one of the guys said hands off the merchandise, it was like, oh, maybe that's like a nod to her particular position in this stake. I'm assuming, and like fingers crossed, that I get to do something to fix that. Dismantle a camp in Gutgash's territory. Reach Day Lizard legend rank. So that second one is done. I just have to do the Gutgash thing.
Still got a lot to prove, boy.
Well, the one thing to prove, boy. Chivalry saying that I should duck. And hello to Jody K, who says only she can breed men with Adam's apples. That would be one of the goals, I think. Jody K, I hope that you're having a very fun Tuesday. I'm just checking the time. We got a little bit of space left. That's where I found the thing. Yeah, so let's get out of here. You know what I would like? Please do not clarify if this happens. The way that this is laid out with all the different projects in different rooms, I'm wondering if I get to take this area over and this becomes mine. All right, so we got to go clear a camp and probably other stuff that I want to do. Just my normal Tuesday off, says Jody K. Finish Monkey Island. Thinking about starting Monkey Island 2. I have not played those games, but...
We destroyed these unholy camps of the Scrotus hordes. They treat us like kings around here.
Also, sorry, let's acknowledge that it didn't really seem to fix the frame rate in the cutscene. I don't know how it comes off in stream, but like here, the way that the camera sort of like, it's not the sway. I don't care about shaky cam that much. I'm perfectly comfortable with like the Blair Witch Project. What bothers me is this sort of like the weaviness of it. There's this sort of like speed up and slow down that is very seasick making. Oh, and Jody K also watered the garden.
I carry no weight. I come from the north. Looked for shelter with Gutgash tribe. Was turned away. Better off. Here's something big is coming. Something destructo grand. Warlord Stenky Gummo was gonna bring the kill to them.
Yeah. So this feels like that case where...
Then the trial is surely upon this lowly acolyte. I shall protect the magnum opus as best I can.
Like, I could kill her for more scrap. There's no on-screen morality meter, but I don't know. I have an internal morality meter. I don't really want to kill random people for things. Oh, and yeah, let's actually spend some of this stuff. So, I would love to have fists that do 30% more, 20% more damage. Yeah, let's get that. That's nice and cheap. We've also got something new here. Sheath tin ring. Increase the amount of ammo and shivs carried in inventory. Yes, let's get that. And then we've got a head. Oil, Max's face is smeared with black oil. Let me preview it. No, among other things, I think it like does away with some of his beard. I like this beard. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep our Max the way that he is. And then skills. Oh, it goes left and right. All right. So wall finisher, it's 200. Reversal is 250. Is there a disarm that I can get? There is not. All right. Well, of this set, wall finisher, reversal move, after perfect parry, melee weapon execution, kind of like that. That I'm not high enough. No. Yeah, not by a lot. Yeah, that's all way too high for me. And the rest of the stuff I have. All right, so let's pick up... I don't use melee weapons that often. Let's get that reversal. Give us something to do when I pull off a perfect parry. And I might come back for this. I've got 500 more stuff. If I go to Archangels, and I go over one, if I wanted to do this, I am currently missing this major V8. Yes, but then I might downgrade this so I can stick with the jack for now. But let's invest our scrap in a better engine. And then whatever this is. Which I can't afford. Alright. So, that's good. Let me go back here. And we're gonna stick in the jack for now. But I wanted to, like, invest those parts. Alright. Mia says, Dear Chivalry. Okay, Chivalry. I am literally 3 minutes from home and pulled over just to tell you that you are correct. You should duck. Oh, and, I now can't remember if I said this. Tashir was highly recommending Fury Road. He said that he hated that it took him so long to watch it. Yeah, that is high praise. Not only did I like it, I'm mad at myself for having taken so long to like it. B. Oops. Oh man, maybe being tethered to that guy's front bumper is not the way to go. Like, the frame rate here, for me, is flawless. There's no problem, there's no, like, herky-jerkiness. It is specific to the cutscenes. And it's weird. It's weird when that happens. Oh, dear. Oh, hold on. I'm in big trouble. I have no bullets. Fortunately, this guy's ready to settle things like men. Oh, they both are. Nice. Oh! All right. Nice! Tashir says it's on HBO Max if anybody is interested. The Fury Road movie. We actually have it on DVR, but I don't think that it was like high definition. I think that we like got it off like one of the SD channels when it was on a while ago. Oh, and Tashir is also saying hello to Drienne and Mia. So if you guys aren't, like, if you didn't see in the chat, he just said hello. He said he's been cleaning most of the stream. On that note, as long as we're using the words Tashir and stream in the same sentence, I hope that everybody, and I mean everybody, gets to be there when Tashir is back on mic, back on the sticks this coming weekend. It's going to be Saturday, I think the 17th, and I am really, really looking forward to it. He has been offline now for several weeks due to some home damage. There was a flood in the basement, which he's always used as his streaming room. He has been cleaning it up for weeks, potentially doing other renovations and upgrades, and I am so excited. I imagine that this first stream is going to be Division Force on Saturday and Sunday, followed by a return to other single-player stuff on the weekdays. But if we can especially that first day, reunite everybody that was hanging out for Division Force and all the streamers and at least pop in to say hello, that would be fantastic. Yeah, see the little like +1 bonus scrap from Volition ability? That's not a lot unless you multiply it over the course of the entire game, at which point it adds up over time. Puss in Boots says, the endless desert, the bare oil pipelines like desert bones, the crazy screaming war boys chasing the lonely vagrants, the engine roaring in the hot sun. On top of this wasteland, people dare not discuss hope, but watching the yellow sand rise over the horizon, he and his car gradually approaching behind a big storm. Was that from like pre-release marketing? It's very poetic. Or is it like straight from the back of the box? That could also be. You know what was one of the most fun, like... Ready for scrap. Oh, yeah, but they're up there, and I'm down here. Game Informer used to have a back-of-the-box challenge that would come up every once in a while where... Look, I can hop now. It's such an anemic little jump. Like, meh. And they're back-of-the-box. So Game Informer has... Like, they are, I believe... the longest running published video game magazine in the world, and as a result has what they call the Vault. And the Vault is a massive library of games from generations dating back to like the original Nintendo. I don't think it's fair to say that they have every game on every system that was released thereafter, but it is a huge treasure trove of games from every generation dating back decades. And one of the things that they did, it was their back-of-the-box challenge, where they went into the vault and they read aloud quotes, like box descriptions from the back of the original packaging to and they would omit certain information that would be too spoilery. Like, it would give away the game. So, like, if it was like a Mario game, they might bleep out Mario, Luigi, Princess Toadstool, Koopalings, and stuff like that. But aside from that, it would be whatever was on the back of the box. And the game was where the host, usually Ben Hansen at the time, would be describing the... Hold on, can I... Yep, pull the vehicle. He would read the pull quote, the description from the back of the box, and the goal would be whichever contestant buzzed in, they would have to name what the game was. And if you think this is easy, it's been a while since you read the back of a game box, because, like, how many of them begin with, "You awaken with amnesia"? It's just impossible to know. Mac Dara has stepped in something. We'll see if that continues. I doubt it will continue for very long, whatever it was. But thank you to the moderators for taking care of that. Puss in Boots says, I finished the game in college and loved the atmosphere. Mad Max. Yeah, and it is... Isn't it great when you have a game like this that is tied to a specific moment in time? Like, for you, it's this game in college. For me, it is... Like, I have very potent memories of playing.
So, Saint, where are we headed?
South. Jeep marked the battle sites. Where can we find Sulfur?
Oh,
was-
yelly smelly?
That was deeper than I thought it was.
How's to you?
Hello to Force! Force says that she wants to go sleep with animals. Oh, when did we switch from dog food to maggots? Why is this like our 3 dailies now? All right, I'm gonna see if we can drive out of here. This might be a situation where I've gotten us in so deep that I need to leave and then call for him to respawn the car near me. Okay, so Drienne is saying, and I think this is good advice for all involved. As a general courtesy on Twitch, please refrain from advertising your stream or soliciting viewers in other streams' channels. Yeah, I think that's a good rule of thumb. So, Force, we had 2 specific questions for you. Number 1, is it true that saltpeter comes from decaying corpses? Because that's what this game is teaching me, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life believing that if it's like, no, it's a naturally occurring thing. That's not how it works. Also, there's lots of scarecrows in this area. Chivalry just posted in chat the very ominous words, "It's Mia. She's coming." Oh. Wait, I can't get through this? Or, no, I just go around it. Now, this looks tougher than the others. Yeah, strong scarecrow. But maybe not so strong that I can't beat it down. So Force is saying something that is, like, this is what I was given to believe from the Civilization games. Saltpeter is mineable. Now, is it mineable in the same way that, like, fossil fuels are mineable? In that they are technically the leftover remains of millions of years of biological decay that has sort of congealed into crude oil? Or is it like, I don't know, talc that you just sort of like chalk, that it's just one of those things that's out there that you can dig up? Oh no, Azric's saying to Sheer Games, life is testing me again. What's going on? Oh, and Drienne had a different read on that line from Chivalry. I will leave it be for now. Okay, let's take a quick look. So I'm supposed to beat up a camp, which oh, you know what? Valuable information about the world. That usually means in plain English that it's a place to learn about a nearby camp. So I probably want to go do that, but I also want to see if the weather balloon is working. Oh, no, nothing to apologize for, Drienne. I'm just gonna let chat be chat. And, Force, there was another question, and now I've forgotten what it was. Oh, well, I mean, there's no reason for you to know this directly. Like this, what I mean is, like, this is not a chemistry question. But maggot therapy, what's the deal with that? Is that a real thing, or was that debunked? And we're talking specifically about the use of maggots to clean out wounds and to remove dead tissue from an otherwise living organism so that it can heal more efficiently and more cleanly. Is that a thing, or has maggot therapy been like debunked in some way? Explosion required. I'm not sure that's true. I've been able to haul those open with my harpoon before. Let me try the harpoon answer first. Enter vehicle. So Jody K is saying, like, this is something that I had heard, and this is what I'd like to confirm one way or the other, that maggots only eat dead and decaying flesh, and that's why, like, that's my idea, that's my understanding of, like, the concept of maggot therapy is That's why maggots are good at cleaning out wounds, because they're going to leave the living, healthy tissue alone. Jody K also says there are several places saltpeter comes from. Oh, especially Central. So what is it then? Like I don't like. I assume that you don't just mean several places in the world, but like several different sources. So I guess I just don't know what saltpeter is. Like talc is a mineral, I think. Crude oil is like biological decay. Oops, that's me doing the wrong thing again. Throw. There we go. Force says it sounds like it would be plausible for skin and wound cleaning, though I imagine the FDA wouldn't let that fly. And so saltpeter is a nitrate deposit. Okay, so yes, based on that description. Oh, look at the cake and the little girl. Mom, I know you don't want anything to do with us, but little Brienne sure wants to meet her grandmother. Love, Janet and Skylar? Skylar. Okay. That's very sad. Because based on Love, Janet, and Skylar, I'm thinking that maybe I have a prediction on why the grandmother doesn't want to have anything to do with that family. And that's...
But now it's gone. It's gone no matter how much they loved or hated or bigoted.
That is very, very, very sad. That is a really good engine sound. Like the way it modulates as I'm traveling further or closer. Find and use the winch to bring the balloon down. Is that this? I'm basically looking at yellow things because this game prioritizes yellow. Interact. Refuel the generator. Yeah, can I do that? Find and refuel the generator to activate the winch. Okay. So the generator's there, and this has been, at the moment, sort of an ongoing point of curiosity. How do I refuel this device? I've tried feeding it water, and I've tried feeding it fuel. And I'm thinking that there's something yet to be discovered about where to go in the world, like how to fuel that up. But I don't actually know. Yeah. Oh, look, you can actually do a little bit of a double jump, or I could against the wall by tapping A, but no. Jody K says, in January 2004, the FDA granted permission to produce and market maggots for use in human or animals as a prescription-only medical device for the following indications. For debriding, I think, non-healing necrotic skin and soft tissue wounds, including pressure ulcers, venous stasis ulcers, neuropathic foot ulcers, and non-healing traumatic or post-surgical wounds. Yeah, so, like, that sounds to me... I'd A, heard of it, and then B, heard that it was... that it was erroneous, that maggots would eat living flesh just as readily as dead flesh. It sounds like if it's been FDA approved, that second part is false. So, yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't want to have this be a part of my life, but... So, I thought he couldn't climb and hold fuel in his hand at the same time. Okay! Why does this work now? It didn't work at the last place. I promise we tried that at the other place. Maybe it was gated by, like, story progression. And as Force says, I suppose that's better than necrosis or infection. Which is my thought exactly. If the options in front of me, hold and enter the balloon, ascend. If the options in front of me are lose this appendage or have it cleaned out by maggots and be kind of squicked out for a little bit, I will take the queasiness. Puss in Boots says, because it's going to take a second as we go up. No, it's not. We're up.
It's a hope. An old ship. Armed to the teeth.
As I scan the horizon, we'll see what else we can discover. Oh, there's a sniper, a weak scarecrow. This puts all this stuff on the map, and I really like this mechanic. I've seen this just on display in State of Decay, or maybe it's just State of Decay 2. I think it's in State of Decay as well, where it's like you find a vantage point, and then you can use binoculars to mark areas of interest on the map, and I really like that. It feels a little bit scripted, like here's a specific place on the map that I had to go and solve a pretty basic puzzle to have access to, but I think it's really neat because it gives you... I bet you can see things like that yellow car might have something in it, that yellow wreck over there, even if it's not being marked. So there's the death run that it was advertising to me earlier. Sorry, before it scrolls off screen, Puss in Boots says, imagine you stop your car, walk into a restaurant like this. The scar-covered waiter looks at you ferociously and asks what you need, and you look at the menu hesitating, aphid salad, gasoline fried chicken, roasted human flesh. That's the gross one for me. Like, I'd eat a lot of stuff if I got hungry enough, but... Oh, that's a little dot that I can't actually interact with. Interesting. Oil transfer camp. Strong scarecrow. Anything else? Trying to make sure I don't gloss right over something. There's a strong scarecrow. Somehow I feel like we haven't done a 180 yet. Because look, it remains marked. And then back to Gutgash's stronghold.
Shit.
Okay.
Looks peaceful from afar, but not seaworthy.
Yep, that's all the stuff that we found. Hopefully that's everything. So, yeah, I don't want to fast travel. No, we're good. Descend. Carolina says, speaking of infection, that... Oops, it just scrolled off for me. Okay, so Forrest is saying that she would use maggot therapy. I talked in Moo's stream how cool it is to me that the soul is such an integral part of the body. Also, Jody K is saying they will if you don't eventually remove them. Oh, the maggots. Yeah, sure, I can imagine that. Just don't leave them in there and let them turn to flies. And that's where we got Puss in Boots' comment. Then Carol Luna said, speaking of infection, the super stupid foot of mine has started acting up again. I hope it's a once thing for a while. Yeah, I hope that heals soon. How do I get out? What? Oh, I didn't descend all the way. Hello to Groomfy, who says, but it seems to be somewhat beneficial and at least doesn't make anything worse. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as long as they clean out the maggots before they start...
I can feel it in my gut ropes. My carburetor crudding up with tension. Something bad is out there.
You know, chewing through my endocrine system, for sure. Jody K says... So I just saw Force say he prefers steamed flesh cheeseburgers. Yeah, Puss in Boots, if you're new here, there's been a running sort of like background story about like Mia and I both swear by the steamed cheeseburger joint. Well, there's a place nearby that does steamed cheeseburgers. They're really, really good. And everybody else is like, wait, so you like boiling them in water or something? That sounds horrific. Yeah, I can't do too much here. I'm gonna upgrade my harpoon some more. Hold on. No, I didn't get the best of that. Okay, then can I shoot something that isn't the wheel then? Doesn't feel like it. No, damn it, not the...
Tear that tire
Oh, don't go off the cliff, or just sharp decline. Are you allowed to go into the garage and upgrade parts of the car while you're driving at maximum speed? That's a rhetorical question. I mean, I could just go check, but it just occurred to me how silly it would be. Like, oh, I need this level 4 upgrade right now. Just take care of that in the pause menu. I would love to have a way to stop this guy that results in being pulled less far off course. Drayden saying saltpeter is also called niter, and it's very useful for certain things in Don't Starve Together. Is that another place that I've heard of it? I feel like niter in Don't Starve is one of those things that I've used as a fuel source when necessary, and am otherwise not well versed on what it's useful for. Scroll up. Oh yeah, but I didn't want to like gloss right past. Cara Luna, I really hope that your foot gets better, and if you think it's an infection, do make sure that gets taken care of. Don't wait on that. Don't hope it gets better. Even if it... my sense is that your country probably has a really, really good medical system. You've probably already done this, but I've just known so many people that allowed a bad problem to get much worse. As we look through... Azric said, you're just revealing all types of new stuff today, Angel. Learn to jump, can climb with stuff in your hand. It's all so exciting. Yes, isn't it? And it's especially exciting when it's things that I promise I've tried before. And I don't know why it suddenly works. Oh dear, Forrest is saying this was a bad stream to come into during dinner. We will glide on to other topics. I do have to say that I do have to wrap up pretty soon because I want to make sure that we're going to do a quick dinner before game night with the peeps. Which will be starting about 8 p.m. and you will be able to watch all of the shenanigans, hijinks, and top-level gameplay, like esports quality gameplay, over at twitch.tv/morethanamia.
Come, Crazy Eyes. I read your soul has ill will for these Scrotus minions. You think you only reach their fort from the bridgement, but no. You can also use Zip-Zap Line and sail down there to slay. They need a lesson in losing blood.
Main entrance reached by a defended bridge. Make your life easy and use the hidden zip line to enter the camp. So I'm going to look through my binoculars and see if we can identify that. History relic at the camp's dead end. Some fuel tanks are suspended on cranes. Intel stored in logbook. I actually don't know how to... Like, no, that's not listed here. Where's the logbook? Pause, BIOS. Maybe it's under locations. I don't want to spend any time looking at this. And anyway, this is just a region. I don't actually know where the logbook is relative to finding that. That's okay.
That looks a little rough.
Sniper. Warcrier. Couple Warcriers. Now, what I don't see from here in this angle is the hidden zip line that everybody's... It's the talk of the town. I do see a lot of stuff. Somehow I'm able to make things out through this, immutable rock face. I'm not going to complain too much about that. It's a world where I'm shooting guys with a harpoon and then yeeting them into the horizon. Central Force says, have you checked under the log? I don't have a comeback. Like, you know, pun acknowledged. I'm so sorry I can't build off of it. It's too good. Alright, let's go up here. I want to find that hidden zip line if I can, but I feel like the emphasis at this moment is on hidden. So here's like a little... Oh yeah. I feel like a hidden thing, says Forrest, is less secret when talked about. You know, that guy, he knew what was up, and I would like to follow his lead. We'll see if this is... Oh, this looks zipline-y, doesn't it? Oh! Okay. If I had a shotgun, I would have used that to take care of the sniper man. Dran says, I rolled the log over and underneath it was a stick. That log had a child. What is that a reference to? Because they're in quotes, and I'm not familiar with the line.
Yeah, need water.
Hold on. Aim. And...
He's there!
No, shoot. Shoot the man. Shoot. Okay. I was going for a headshot, but the aim really wanted to look elsewhere.
No more long-hurled lead for him!
Force says, I like that he had an aim down sights at you and elected to put the gun down to punch you. Oh yeah, the sniper guy? Yeah, he was surveying the direction that I came, and apparently the zoom magnification was so high that all he saw was like a really blurry chest coming at him, and I was like, hey, what's that? Then he shouldered his rifle. Oh, can I knock this down? I mean, surely I can. Ah, here we go. Yeah, yep, that's some Just Cause physics right there. Now, the trouble is, I had a really good thing going with that approach, and I don't know how to get back to where I was. Until I got knocked off that precipice and fell to my doom, everything else was going real well. Oh, wow. Drienne says that quote is from the bad lip-reading Seagull song for Yoda. And I've actually seen that, and I do not remember that line. It's been a while, for sure. Puss in Boots says, I still like Mad Max.
Guard the car.
I like this type of Wasteland style. Fallout Wasteland makes me feel sick. Now, Puss in Boots, is that due to all, like, the radioactive fallout? Hello to Ricardnio! Ricardnio, hold on. I very much want to catch up with Ricardnio, but my question for Puss in Boots is it because of the radioactivity and the mutations in, like, the world, or what is it? Why is the Fallout Wasteland more sickening? Okay, I don't want to be up here. Ricardnio, it feels like it's been a while since I've seen your stream or like, that we've had you around. You know, if you're busy with stuff and whatever, like, for sure, but I just, we were thinking about you and just hoping that you're doing really well. Okay, so I succeeded at coming in here. I'm very low on health. I would like to drink, but I also want to make sure that I don't... Oh, I'm so happy. Azric, you have no idea how happy I am that I can hop. Okay, then, well, then be less on fire, man. Dive. I'm just acknowledging I want to drink, but I'm very concerned about the stuff coming down. All right, maybe if I get close, they can't get me. I'll hide back here and drink my water. Ricardnio says, yes, good, but busy too. Ricardnio, whatever the real world stuff is, you always take care of that stuff. If it's school related, job related, friend related, relationship related, house related, whatever it is, know that we'll be here. And I didn't want you to feel like your absence was going unnoticed or unremarked upon. I want to make sure that people never feel obligated to come around if they are busy with other stuff. Oh, we did the disarm!
Come in.
Yeah, oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't get done. And hello to Zerter. So, Ricardo says, I was lurking a lot in yours, Mia's, and Patikin's streams, but editing a whole movie, that's fantastic.
You gonna let me go?
I'm not gonna let this man go. Just chop that up, and... And also applications, like... Ricardo, like, do we mean job application or applications like programs? Like software. Zerter says there's a reason the games feel Just Cause-y. Mad Max shares the Apex engine, formerly Avalanche engine, with Just Cause 2. Yes, and hello to Zerter. Yeah, that's actually something that we've been talking about, and I was paying a lot of attention to like the harpoon physics at first. Oh, this is... Yeah, this may not do what I was thinking, but let me just go like that. That might blow up the yellow wheel, right? No, just a big boom. What I started to pay more attention to in this stream is like, wait, all of the destruction is very Just Cause-y. Like the explosions look great. They're really impactful. They have there's a lot of kick to them, lots of smoke and fire and debris that shoots out. Ricardo says, wow, there's a lot happening. And I'm very curious in Puss in Boots' response here. As we scroll up, Blah says, be less on fire. Blah, also, I didn't have a chance to say hello, but don't think that I didn't see that you were streaming. We were in there and lurking for your stream. That was, shit, I'm just remembering what it was. It wasn't Dead Space, which is what I was secretly expecting it to be. Oh, and like Papalotko came into your stream, was chatting. I was so happy to see you stream blah. But yes, I hope that you're doing well, blah, and I hope the stream goes well. Ricardo says, I edited a movie for my class where we were reminiscing and mimicking teachers we had, and it turned out really well, and I showed it on our prom night. That's so cool. And it's scrolling again. Sorry, this is going to be a second, because I've asked some questions, and I want to make sure that we read the responses. Puss in Boots says, of Fallout, I just don't like this 50s style. My friends are crazy about Fallout, but I'm not interested. Everything is in a broken style, but civilization is still not completely destroyed. There's still order in some places. But in Mad Max, humanity degenerates into the most primitive madness and barbarism. The survival of the strong, the laws of the jungle, that's the real wasteland. So I guess it feels like a more pure and fully realized version of that. Because I've heard that critique of Fallout as well. I only really have my hands into Fallout 3. I tried the earlier Fallouts somewhat, like briefly, like really briefly, and then played a ton of Fallout 3. Never really got a chance to play New Vegas, although I secretly would like to at some point. And then only played like if you look on my Steam profile or the Steam profile for this account, you'll see like maybe a couple dozen hours in Fallout 4. That is a combination of myself and my producer going in and playing like the first 2 hours of Fallout 4 over and over and over again, and then never going forward. Mia, thank you so much for doing the shout-outs. Yeah, we might even call it in the middle of this. Let's see what we can get done here, but I don't want to miss out on a chance to do a nice home dinner here. Ricardo says, was really intense and fun the last 3 weeks, but I couldn't be active with live streaming and chatting in your streams. Yeah, like I said, anytime life or responsibilities or circumstances change, by all means, like go take care of that stuff. But it is awesome to see you in here. Well, this is a photograph that somebody took. Ned, need this on the front page. Caption to read, as the crisis draws on, the people in the cities go through every means of survival. Meat of cats, dogs, and doves demand high prices in the market around the city center. And I'm noticing the spelling also. Notice like the spelling of center. So, yeah.
Luxuries.
Just because Max has an Australian accent, or what I hear is Australia, it might be Kiwi. Don't come for me if I'm wrong. But just because of that, doesn't mean that I've been assuming that we're in Australia. It could be anywhere based on the level of ecological devastation. But the spelling of things like center are making me think that we are. All right, 5 of 9. Yes, ammo. Still just the one, though, even though I've put some points into trying to acquire more. I'm gonna pick up this gas can just in case I can find a use for it. And I do see the red dot on there. It's another reason that I want to have the gas can, because we can... That seems like a target to blow up. Probably shouldn't have lit this up quite so early. Wait, did that work? Why did that happen? Well, we'll figure it out later. Shiv, Punisher. Dodge! Oh, see, I didn't... Nope. Oh, I wanted to shiv Punisher. That's okay. So when we were introduced to the reversal ability, I was not expecting that to be the disarm ability, which it appears to be. If you can pull off a reversal against a guy with a melee weapon, you get his melee weapon immediately. No carefully line the character up. So, why did everything blow up when I came down here? Did somebody else do something stupid? Or was it just me blowing my own ass up with the gas can that for some reason I lit up super early? Puss in Boots says the setting of these camps and settlements is exquisite. So I know less about like the quality of Wasteland, like how it compares to the movies, but in terms of the layout and the fact that, I don't know, they feel to me like entirely organic areas that still also communicate with the player in an easily understood way. Like the little iconography here, like, hey, look, there's some scrap here. The bright glowing red areas is the, where the insignias are. The dots on the map, oh. Yeah, hold on. So I'm gonna just take a knee here for just a few seconds. Not literally, because I don't think that I can duck down. But if I wait for him to turn blue like that, yeah. Now I get, or green, I guess that is. Now I get to run up and, oh, maybe I wasn't as tricky as I thought.
What the?
Don't fall off! Don't fall off! Interesting. Cara Luna is saying no connection for him when he starts SnowRunner. He gets a warning about not being able to sync, but then he can stream just fine. Yeah, Zerder's saying that it was a chain reaction. Like, I blew up Max, but then that, by proxy, blew up other stuff. Let's see if we can reenact. Oops. Okay, drop. Take. Oh, before we go, because I do have to wrap up real soon here. But Azric, when is day 2, or was today day 2 of the 7-day challenge? Hello to Smiley's Playhouse, who says, hey, you wonderful people. How's the Mad Max? I thought of trying it, but I don't know anything about it, honestly. So, if you are interested, Smiley, this is episode 4, so you do have the... Like, you could see it all the way from the beginning. Sorry. If you wanted. That said, here's my elevator pitch for it. Mad Max is an open world... sort of like a vehicle driving game with melee combat highly reminiscent of the Batman Arkham games. It has outposts to clear that feel similar, I was about to say similar to like a Far Cry game, but with way less emphasis on stealth. It also has a sort of an economy system that is, for me, reminiscent of some of the earlier Assassin's Creed games, where all of the locations that you go and claim for yourself, maybe not all of them, but a lot of the locations will then passively generate income in the form of scrap, which in turn reduces the amount of scavenging that you do and frees your time up to go do other stuff, because you sort of have that percolating in the background. Unlike the Assassin's Creed games, you don't need to go collect the scrap. At least I don't feel like it. You do. You just get to... It just gets deposited directly into your bank account. So all of this is to say it feels very much like a game that is highly respectful of your time, and you feel rewarded for basically any activity that you're doing. Hello to Brian! So, maybe if I can make it back to the car, we might get a chance to show off a little bit of the driving, but it's got like ramming, and your car has a harpoon you can use to target specific parts of enemy vehicles. This looks like too high to jump. Brian, wait, I was going to ask Kara. Oh, so I wanted to ask Azric the next day of his stream, and hopefully, if he's still around, I'd love to know and to make sure that other people can know as well. B, Brian, did you have an opportunity to communicate with the oral surgeon? And what is the don't go into too much detail, like maintain your privacy, but was it a sort of a promising prognosis? Do things look good for the work that you want to have done? Puss in Boots says, if you like dog food and aphids on rotting corpses and human barbecues, this game is perfect for you. To which Smiley's Playhouse says, all that with cars? I'm game. Yeah, I would say, Smiley's Playhouse, that if you have... Gosh, I don't know yet where this ranks in terms of overall game mechanics relative to Middle-earth Shadow of War. I'm not going to bother to try to find the last crap pile right now. Relative to like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Shadow of War, they are different games with different expectations, and I haven't finished this one yet. What I can say is that the fact that I'm bringing up those games in relation to this one should justly be understood as a real vote of confidence for this game, because it has a lot of mechanical similarities to those games, and it reminds me in a favoritive light of those. I don't think he's coming down for me. I think he's parked over there and can't hear me or doesn't know how to navigate to over where I am.
Hey, the car!
Oh dear. I really parked that at like the least convenient place. So I'll tell you what, rather than spend 10 minutes running around, I'm going to, we finished that location, at least such to my satisfaction. So let's throw down a save, and now we're gonna find somebody fun to raid. We spent a lot of time today talking about people that we recommend and streams that we'd like you to encourage you to go see. I'd like to add to that list Brian 4882040, who is on his path to affiliate, iMoo2, who semi recently hit affiliate, and Centrifugal Force, who we didn't get a chance to talk a lot about her streams, but she just hit affiliate. And I don't know for a fact, but some of those very coveted founders badges may still be available. So if you have not already, I recommend subscribing to some of these folks where available. And I think that you are in for tens and tens of hours of entertainment every day. There's so much great stuff in there. Oh, and Blobbity Blah. How dare I forget? BLABIDIBLA just did a stream, and since I don't know if it was posted in chat, his recent stream was of, why is it not up here? Hold on a second. I don't want to leave this I don't want to leave this mystery with us, because I'm trying to remember what it was, and I had a great time watching, and Papalotko came in. Crash Bandicoot 4, that's what it was. Yes, and he had even just said that he was very, very excited about that. So I vote that we go toss a raid to twitch.tv/sorrybtr. Now, Mia, Chivalry, go grab Mia. If you're not bleeding too heavily, go get Mia and drag her out of the stream, because I don't know where Sorry BTR is in the wonderful world of Mass Effect. But especially if it could be something spoiler related, I do very much hope that Mia does not see it, because that is on the list for games that Mia will be streaming at some point in the future. Yep, and he is still live and having a conversation, so we're going to go toss over to Sorry, and we will... Awesome! Azric just subscribed to Centrifugal Force. That's fantastic. And wait, did I miss the answer to the question? I'd love to be able to tell people when Azric's next stream is. He says hello to more than a Mia. He's colored green. I'm not finding it. Oh no. Well, whenever it is, please, if you know what the best way is to find out? Send a follow to Azric at AZARICK, and we will make sure to be there for his next episode of his 5-day challenge. I have to go because we're gonna grab some food. Smiley, I'm so sorry that we missed you, that you came in, that we couldn't stream longer while you were here, because if you're curious about the game, I would love to be able to show off more of it and answer any questions that you might have. It's not especially plot heavy. However, I'm out of time. You guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you later tonight at More Than a Mia.